Hello smart people, Rose here. Welcome back to the Academic Rose channel, and this is actually the second time I'm filming this because I was holding it like this and then my arm started to shake, and now Chris is shaking it because I'm using his scratcher thingy. Not very bright, I know. Today, I wanted to talk to you about something I have had in my mind recently, and this is actually kind of like a question, a dilemma, and I would like to get your input. So recently, I went to a workshop, and in this workshop, I felt like this is what you get for using his toys. Oh, so I went to the workshop, and in that workshop, right, Chris? At some point, the speaker had really just lost me, so I was no longer paying attention nor getting anything worthwhile out of the workshop. Not because it was a bad workshop, but more because I was not into that. And I was wondering, till what point should we stay in a class or a workshop or a seminar or a talk? Because usually we go to talks to get something out of them, to actually get useful information, to grow intellectually, to add some skills to our skills suitcase. Seriously, Gris? The time you spend in a workshop or a seminar or a talk in which you're not really getting a value out of it, it's time that you are kind of wasting, or at least that's how I see it. So in my mind, when I am at these type of workshops or lectures or seminars, I'm like, oh, I could be writing. Obviously, I always say I could be writing, then when I sit down to write, it takes so long to get out. But yes, like I could be doing other productive stuff, and instead I'm here, sitting here, trying to not fall asleep, trying to follow the speaker. And then there's another question that arises. Is it on the speaker's court to actually engage the audience? Which I believe it should be on the speaker's court, especially if you're a speaker of any sort. Professor, you're giving a talk, you're whatever. You should learn what your audience is. Who are they? What do they like? What do they already know? What are the things that they would really benefit from if you talked about them? So that's something that I felt was lacking, and it's lacking in most of the talks in the academic community, sadly. Sadly, we don't have as many professors or speakers that are really pumped up and engaged and know how to connect with their audience. Most of them are brilliant, they know what they're talking about, but they don't necessarily help you to follow and to understand all the material. And I'm not referring to it because you may not have the same background they have, but also if you're, let's say, a science communicator, and I believe that all scientists should be science communicator, then you should have that je ne sais quoi that helps the audience and the public in general understand what you're doing. You have to have the ability to simplify things and tell that to them. But going back to the topic, I'm getting out of topic. Maybe that's a topic for another time. So I want to ask you, if you are in a room and the speaker has totally lost you, has this happened to you first? Second, do you think it is the correct thing to do to just get your stuff and get out of there and do something more productive with your time? Or do you understand that we should just stay in that classroom or in that room, continue until the end, and then after the end go like, it's over, we're good, now we can go back to something productive, or now I'm drained, I cannot do anything productive for the day, whichever is. But I really want to know, do you understand that we should start sending the message? Because that's how I see it. If you leave the room, you're telling the speaker, you lost me, this was good, but until here, I'm no longer with you. See you next time. Thank you for your time. You agree? I wanted to tell you that I had it in my mind, and I want to know what is your opinion about that. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys on Monday on the next video. Bye, smart people. Seriously, Gris?